This is Warhammer Autumn here, and this collar's not right. Thank you. And oh my god, I have subscribers. Wow. Thanks guys. There's two guys that subscribed. I'm really thankful, and I'm going to be doing loads of uploads to say thank you. No further ado, so thank to you. You're very special. You're fantastic, nice people on YouTube. Well, not page 5. But we are on swiftly to the striking scorpions. Not striking scorpions, what am I saying? Dark Reapers. Let's have a look at them. Okay, well they have weapon skill 4, ballistic skill 4, strength and toughness of 3, a wound, initiative 5, an attack, leadership 9, and a 3+ save. I would so love to go initiative 1, weapon skill nothing, lose the attack, and knock off 10 points, and these guys would be auto include in any list I ever built. They just fly through the door. That initiative 5 is so confused because they're going to be sitting so far back and doing nothing but pumping firepower at the opponent. And they have more firepower than any Marine has even dreamed of having firepower. But they are 35 points a model. So if you're going to take 10, they're a huge point sink. Because once again, we have the essential X-Arch. I don't know if you can tell, but I love X-Archers. Let's just put them out there. I absolutely love them. Anyway, so their standard war gear is, they don't have any special rules, which is good, because if they were fleet and 40 points, I'd be crying. They've got a Reaper launcher, and a Reaper launcher, I think I know what it is, but I just want to check. Yeah, 48 inches, strength 5, AP 3, heavy 2. Heavy 2! That is so good! Heavy flipping 2! Fighting Aegis defense line. They just go absolutely bonkers on the opponent. They just sit there, and you go, okay, there's a squad of what was that, 10 Marines. I've got an X-Arch, and I've got 5. What's that, 4? Oh, the X-Arch's power just gets stupid. The power that these guys can pump. And the minute the enemy see a squad of Dark Reapers, all they think is, oh my god, if I don't get rid of them, my big unit is going to be absolutely brutalized, unless they got a Terminator army, in which they think, bring it on, which is not what you want Terminators thinking. You want them scared. Then I don't know what you want. The squad of Fire Dragons, I think, scares Terminators more. But these guys are the Marine Eaters of the galaxy. In fact, they can eat anything. They've got so many options. They're not vegetarian, let's put it that way. Okay, so we get the X-Arch for 12, and he gets increased ballistic skill. End of story. That would have done for me, but we got him for 2 points, let's say. Oh no, we get the weapon skill bonus, we get the initiative bonus, we get the attack bonus. Yay! No, all those things completely out of place yet again, making this unit more expensive than it should have been. I hope in the next codex these become the direst of close combat troops. How are they initiative 5? They've got the biggest, heaviest guns ever. I don't see what they do is butt the enemy on the head with them. We'll never know. When I get onto the Phoenix Laws, then you'll see where Mogan Ra just confuses himself as well. Right, so he's 12 points, which I would always do because increased ballistic skill is not great for 12, but the options are. You can take an Eldar missile launcher at 10. Would I ever suggest this if you're not playing Tyranids or Orcs? No. Let's look at the Eldar missile launcher. It can fire strength 8 AP3 one shot, or strength 4 AP4 little blast that is pinning. Huge issue I have with this is that you lose a shot. And the X-Arch's bonus, he's got a higher ballistic skill. You want as many shots as possible to pump up the X-Arch. Yes, when you see the options, we could make it 2 shots and 2 blasts. Don't do it, because there are better weapons and we're about to get to it. Or you could take a Tempest launcher for 20 points. And if you don't take a Tempest launcher for 20 points, you deserve to be thrown into the warp as one of the guys who looks for the Exodite worlds. You really do, because let me read out how good this thing actually is. So it was called a Tempest launcher. It is strength 4, AP 3, heavy 2, blast, barrage. Oh my god. Squads of Marines fall to this one guy sitting behind a wall, laying down, standing up because then he's pinned and then you can't fire a blast weapon. This weapon is incredible, guys. I don't want to sound like I'm going absolutely ballistic, but the damage I've done with this thing, the units that have gone completely poof, just because I've sat in behind a piece of train, you couldn't even see him, and he's blasted you to death. Take it, take it, take it. Yes, it's expensive, but then he actually gets better. This X-Arch may as well be my leader. I'd take 2 of him if you can take him as a HQ. Take Fast Shot for 20 points, which you should always take. He gets an additional shot. Now, if you want him to join a Reaper line and stand in squad of 5, then and only then you have the excuse not to buy him the Tempest Launcher, but then you're making it very hard for yourself. You should still buy it. But if you really can't find the points, and have him with that, just pumping out 3 shots on ballistic skill of 5, and he is doing a good job. Crack Shot, he rerolls to wound, and the enemy takes no cover saves. Oh, can I just tell you why this is absolutely ridiculously powerful for 10 points? Let me tell you a quick scenario. We've got a piece of terrain that you can't see past, and he's sitting behind it. He's got his Tempest missile launcher, and this is the first setup, by the way. We're into setups now. And there's 2 guys either side, so you've got the squad of 3, and you've given him a Tempest launcher with Crack Shot and Fast Shot, because you're not an idiot. Always take both, because when you need to obliterate, then we take fast. So I can't see him. Problem with this gun is his low strength. He fires the weapon over a wall, hits because he's ballistic skill 5, so he's an average of 2-inch scatter. On the second dice, there is tricks to rolling scatter dice, by the way. I've started to work them out. Just the trick is roll in the direction. Doesn't always roll. I'm not saying it's flawless, but it's increased my percentage so much. Roll in the direction you want it to go. So if you want to scatter forwards, roll the dice forwards. You want to scatter back, flick it back, side, side. You get a much higher chance of getting it right. So generally, if it's big blobs, then big blobs hate this. You're re-rolling to wound with that poor strength. So 2 4+ is better than 3+, by the way, statistically. And they're taking your cover saves. No cover saves, and you're re-rolling to wound. This is just unfair and horrible. If you do not take a squad of 3 Dark Reapers, then you should not be an Eldar player. We need to love. We have the most horrible book. Everyone else's book is looking really, really tough right now. It's not. I don't think it's the worst book out there, to be honest, but it is an old-fashioned book, and we have got to use every bit of absolute brilliance we have in this book. So the 2 great setups are 3 behind the tree. We'll say he's hidden behind a tree. Snicky, come fire his missile launcher. Oh, by the way, the barrage weapon is pinning. If it wasn't good enough for you, it's pinning of all things. If you're looking at it right now and you're thinking, oh, it doesn't have barrage, you see a little G in front. That meant guess. And in I think 3rd edition, you had to guess the length of the. I think 4th, you had to guess where the weapon went. Now that was bad. It's been flipped. We now get it to be a barrage weapon, which pins people and requires no line of sight to fire, which is much better. You can check in the big book of rules, which I don't have on me right now. So the 2 ways of setting these guys up is 5 with an X-Arch with Fast Shot and Crack Shot. 3 with an X-Arch with Tempest Launcher, Fast Shot and Crack Shot. Both of these get 10 out of 10. The big 10. Side note, he can also operate a quad gun to great effect because he takes the jink off zooming flies. And you hit on 2s re-rolling, and because of Crack Shot, you're rolling armor penetrations. If that's not cheese, then nothing is. And they say the Eldar book is weak. These guys just get 10 out of 10 the whole way. This is Warhammer Autumn, and my heart is pumping, and I am out.